In this lesson, we are going to learn how to use the accelerometer straight through JavaScript to improve our gameplay and our user experience on mobile devices. So I've already added in a little extra flair to our gameplay with the previously seen bomb that we added into our sprite. Now I've done this by adding a third frame for our texture for the rocks, and currently just giving it a 1/3 chance, just like the rocks, just to simplify our development, which that would obviously be tweaked later. We also set a variable bomb true, which we then assign to our rock. Now the reason for that is that when a bomb gets clicked, we want to lose a life. So we test for that in the click test. Okay, so let's just go ahead and look at what our game looks like now. And we'll watch for a bomb coming up. And so the idea now is to avoid the bomb. And we'll see if we get a bomb. Generally during testing, when you're looking for something specific, that's when it doesn't show up. Okay, there we go. A bomb, as you can see, we click on one, we lose a life. All right, so now we can use the accelerometer to make things a little more interesting. Let's say if you shake your device, that causes the bomb to go off and doesn't cost you a life. It actually gains you a point. So how do we do this? Well, JavaScript actually has access directly to accelerometer data. The API for that is in pretty widespread use. So it's fairly reliable to use this data. Now we could write this directly, but there's a pretty well-maintained library out there that has already done all of the legwork, getting this working perfectly across browsers. It's called appropriately shake.js. And I've actually already loaded this into our library right here. Again, Command P lets us fuzzy search through our project. Okay, and don't forget to load the file into your index.html as well. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to set up the shake event. So we'll just create a new shake. And remember, these are not, this is not a browser API. This is going through shake.js. Okay, so we start the shake event, and then we set up a regular event listener, which it will emit a custom shake event. And what we want to do is set up a handle shake method. Don't forget to bind as usual. Okay, so we're now listening to the shake event, and we will be calling handle shake. So let's go ahead and come down here, and let's set up our handle shake method. Okay, so what we want to do in this is loop through objects to find the active bomb. We've got our list of rocks, and we just need to loop through those and look for that tag. We'll go ahead and loop through those backwards, just in case we want to optimize that a little further down the road. All right, and again, we'll be checking for that underscore bomb flag. If it does exist, then we can go ahead and at this point we can remove that flag to avoid any collisions here where it will cost us a life instead of preserving one. So let's set that to null, and then let's simply explode the rock. Okay, so now obviously if we try and test this in the browser, again, we have no accelerometer here, so there's really no way to test it, and it's going to fail. So the next thought would be, well, remember Command Option J takes us to the developer console, and we could open the emulator. We are developing this, we are simulating this mobile device, but again, unfortunately, Chrome does not offer any way to simulate the accelerometer. So again, the next thought would be to open the iOS simulator, correct? Well, unfortunately, again, this does not work for our purposes. There actually is a shake gesture function available, but that actually triggers the native shake event, which JavaScript does not have access to. It does not use accelerometer data when you use that event inside of the simulator. So in this case, it does make development with some of these browser sensors, or rather mobile device sensors, a little more difficult because we're actually going to have to use our physical device to test our accelerometer. So we're going to go ahead and use, just for display purposes, I'm going to use a nifty little application called Air Server, which will actually allow you to remotely mirror your phone or mobile device, any iOS device, onto your Mac screen. Now you don't need to do that for testing, but if, for example, you want to record your screen from your mobile device or other functions, it's quite nice for that. So let me just go ahead and turn on AirPlay here. And we can load the game up, and it streams it full quality, just like if you were to use AirPlay with an Apple TV, for example. Okay, so let's go ahead and reload, get our fresh code in here, get our display lined up again, and give this thing a test. Okay, so now I am actually controlling from the physical device. What you're seeing is a live representation, a live feed from the physical device. There's a bomb, and so I shake the device, and as you can see, the bombs explode, and it does not remove the lives. So we are successfully detecting our accelerometer and our shake events through shake.js. So we've learned how to use one of the well, there's one of the tricks with detecting shakes. That's something through your development you'll want to tweak the sensitive nature, and there are ways to tweak the sensitivity threshold. So this has allowed us to, or rather we've learned now how to use one of the sensors of our device, the accelerometer, to improve the gameplay. In the next lesson, we're going to look into adding cross-platform audio using the open source library Howler.js.